Hi Taylor, this is Anita Smith. I spoke with you earlier about sending you this custom video on how to improve your online presence. I unfortunately deleted the one I made earlier, but that's okay. They're quick to remake. I was just going to cover 3 basic tips you could do yourself to be seen by customers more and to start getting more leads. And you might be asking yourself why I do something like what's in it for me? Well, the answer is that I find most business owners are too busy running their businesses to really dig into how to best invest their time in this. And it's really hard to hire someone because it's hard to tell who's an expert and who isn't. So I found when I give people like free attack plan of actual things they can do, that resulted in some business owners saying, like, wow, that was amazing. Please do this for me. Or they take these tips and use them themselves. And when they start getting a lot more leads, they reach out to me later because they're grateful and they want more. So if at the end you heard and you see that I have a lot of knowledge and tricks up my sleeve that can help you out, you can just shoot me a message and we can chat. Or if you just want to take this and do it yourself, that's fine too. I actually like being small businesses. Let's get into it. Website here. Let's say when someone tries to search for foundation repair near them, this is a typical keyword that they're going to use. It's what we call a buyer intent keyword. This is specific to Tyler, Texas, obviously. We'll tell you that near you guys, of the areas that you serve, Tyler and Longview are 2 really good ones, because I'll show you in a moment. There's a lot of searches for those services, and the competition isn't too fierce to get ranked. So you put in a little bit of legwork and it'll really pay off for you. Someone types this in, first ones that come up are the sponsored, meaning the ads. It can be useful sometimes, but we're going to skip that because you want free tips to help you out. The next one is the map pack, occasionally with a sponsored one up at the top. And then the next one is going to be what we call the organic listings or the websites. Now, believe it or not, websites are still really valuable these days, because out of this search, about 17% of those people are going to come here. 15% will come here to the number 2 spot. And then 23.7 will come here, and another 15% to the 2nd spot here. So a lot of people actually still go straight to the website, even when the map pack is available there. So let's dig in. The 3 things that we'll cover are backlinks, citations, and content. Those are the 3 things you can do yourself to get ranked higher. First of all, let's just cover content really fast. It's the content on your website. So Google likes to see around 1,200 to 1,500 words. This helps give them more information as to what you do, so they can better match you up to search queries that are happening. So you don't have a lot of words on the page. Let me just take a copy here. I'm going to guess that we have 400 or so. Let's just see really fast. This is a good one here. See what I mean? That's all the content on your website, are about 720 words. Let's go over to, this is a tool called Ahrefs. It's not free, but it's very valuable. This is your website. Let's take a look at what keywords you're ranking for. Again, those keywords are what people search. So like I said, right now, Tyler, Texas is a good one for you, because there's 150 searches a month for that particular string. And another 30 there. And I want to say there's a few other Tyler. Yep, here's another one, another 40 there. So you combine those together, and that becomes quite a bit of volume of people looking for foundation repair near Tyler. The other good one is Longview. Right now, when you add those all up, that's quite a bit. And these lower numbers here in the green means overall it's not that difficult to get yourself ranked higher when you put in the effort. But let's see what your position is. So someone searches this, you're coming up number 28 in the results. I want to say it's past page 2, so you're not really getting seen too well. East Texas coming up in position 52. So why is that happening? It's the other parts of content, which is to have something of the keywords in there, especially Tyler. We'll come back to that one in a second. So we'll look at a competitor's page here, but you're only showing up for that string right here. And actually, when we do areas we service, it can be more useful to put it in the footer. Not to get too deep here, but having too many locations on the home page can actually confuse Google about where you're at, what you do. So a lot of people tend to put all the locations in the footer for that reason. But let's find someone else to compare to. Oh, they don't have that on the page. Let's see. Is it Lone Star? Here we go. So these guys have Tyler coming up on their page 8 times. Now here's the best thing that you could do, is to actually get the search, the whole term. This is pretty close, foundation repair in Tyler. Almost better if you can just say foundation repair Tyler. Get almost like exact match. But these guys have a lot more content on their page. They're currently ranked number 1 there. That can be really helpful as well. Another place where you can hide a keyword is in a photo. If I right click and say save image as, so they just call that number 2. That's a missed opportunity on your page here. Let's have a look. That's an embedded map. That's actually a good thing to have. We'll definitely keep that. Save image as box 3. So if you go in and resave these images and actually call it the exact keyword that you want to match for your location, foundation repair Tyler or foundation repair Longview, that can really help because the Google bots crawl that, they see that, and then you're matched 1-to-1 to that search query. So that's about content. The other thing we'll cover is backlinks. So backlinks are basically another site pointing to you. The internet is just a big popularity contest. And another site may point to you and say, these guys have information, and click here to go there. It might say your company name as well. So let's take a look here. There's 2 types of backlinks. One is called a do follow, and the other is called no follow. These ones pass power to your site. It's kind of them saying, go here for more information, and I also vouch for them. So if you have a very credible, powerful site pointing to you, that gives you a lot of credibility and power in Google's eyes, and they rank you higher for that. Now, not all links are created equal. Let's look at your particular links here. So you have 5 out of, let's go back, 5 out of your 22 are that type called do follow. You have 16 domains, 16 other sites pointing to you 22 times to the do follows. So here's some flags here about why not all are created equal. There are some that can actually be what we call like spammy links, and they can hurt your rankings a bit. This one's kind of a neutral one. Let's go look at one of the competitors. We were just looking at these guys. Let's see what they have for their whole site. Actually, let's go to that overview again. So they have quite a few more. They have 49 links from 40 different sites pointing to them. That means some sites point more than once. And of those 49, 29 are those more powerful do follow ones. And look here, they do have a few spam ones, but they also probably have some slightly more powerful ones. But all you have to do to beat a competitor in backlinks is you can go and look through and try to get their better ones for yourself. And then you can disavow, what we call disavow the spammy links if they seem to be hurting your rankings. Some of them you can just leave alone. And just go and get a few other really good ones for yourself. And that's a powerful way to beat another site in the rankings. The third one we'll cover really fast is citations. Citation is just your name, address, and phone number occurring in a directory across the web. Directory, let me see, here we go. A directory can be something like Yelp, Angie, and a few other ones like that. Used to be good. I say used to be, they're kind of paid subscription now. Better Business Bureau, of course, Yellow Pages, House, the NFRA, but I'm sure that's a paid membership. Honestly, it's just better to go out and get the free ones. Manta is a free one. So you want to just make sure that you have consistency across the web. You want to make sure your name, address, and phone number are the same everywhere, and your business hours. Because if Google spots that you have, say, inconsistent business hours, they tend to rank not only your site lower, but also your map pack listing lower. They do not like showing a business that maybe has the wrong phone number listed, because Google's also a business. Their customers are not happy when Google shows them the wrong information and they show up at the wrong address, for example. So that's where you want to make sure that's all consistent across the web. And the more citations you have, the more listings, the better you're also going to perform here. And wrap it up, a super quick tip on also getting yourself ranked higher. Here, let's see where you're at. Right down here, it's really helpful to try to be in the top 3 of the map pack. And Ocean is usually obviously up there. But the quickest tip is see what your competitors are doing. And again, beat them at it. 13 photos, can you get 15? But can you touch everything on your profile that you can possibly touch? Questions and answers. Here's a hint, you can actually answer your own questions. Nobody knows any wiser, so just ask common questions and answer them. It's a week. Another one is there a section for updates? Do those more so than your competitors are doing. And that will also help you rank higher in the maps as well. To recap, we can go back and look at how some of these keywords are performing and why it's important to start getting pushed higher in them. Foundation Repair, Tyler, Texas, just the one alone is 150. These guys are position 3 in that, and they're getting 25 people just from that. They're also ranked pretty well for Greenville. That's only 40 people searching, but they get 16 in traffic from that. They're probably located quite close to Greenville. And then Longview, I mentioned. Out of 100 searches, they're pulling 9, but that's because they're in position 6. Those guys who are in position 1, I can show you. But the average is that you, at the number 1 spot, can pull about 25%. East Texas Slab Masters is number 1, and they get 80 in traffic just from which is much higher. A lot of that can be people coming over from the maps as well. But I hope that illustrates why it's good to try to invest a little bit of love into these things so that you can start getting more leads. I hope that helped. If you liked what you heard, my number is 970-307-7887. You can just reach out for no obligation and a meeting just to review some things and just create a custom plan for you guys. And my name's Anita Smith, and thank you so much.